Hello students, welcome to today's online class. Today we are going to see about Fortinet Network Security Expert 7 SD1. We are going to look at some question review. So first, let me tell you about 591 Lab. That is the top training and certification exam run in China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Singapore. Our mission at 591 Lab is to provide our clients with exceptional exam preparation experience for certification in Cisco, Huawei, Aruba, Juniper, Palo Alto, and Fortinet exam traps. Today we have to discuss some topics like traffic criteria, metafields, interface settings, troubleshooting, diagnostic, network interface, VPN management, and traffic rules. So let's begin. The first one is about traffic criteria, and in this one we have this question: which three matching traffic criteria are available in SD1 rule? We have to choose three options. So there we got the first option, that is internet service database, type of physical link connection, source and destination IP address, URL categories, and application signatures. So the best example there is to check these configurations on the FortiGate. Let's take a look. So I go to the SD1 option and let me see on SD1 rules. We are going to make a new rule, and there we are going to watch the options that we got. Let me put the name, and we can put a source address. We can use a destination IP address. That depends on what do you want. We can put internet service. Let me see there. Or we can take an application, and we have to put some fields there. And let me see. We have a rule created, as you can see there. So if we go back to the question, the first option, internet service database, is correct. The second one, type of physical link connection, that is not correct because we don't have this option on the rules. And the third one, the C, is correct. We can put a source and destination IP address. And the letter D is wrong because we can put a URL category. The next one, application signature, yes, that is correct because as you saw, we can select that option. So as you can see there, we have our answers. Let's move to the next one. Metafields. This question says, which two SD1 template member settings support the use of FortiManager metafields? We have to choose two. To introduce you about what is metafields, metafields are used as a variable, for example, in programming, if you have seen it before, and you can use it per device on FortiManager. You can make a script with that fields because that is a particular variable of that device. And as we see there, we have four options. The first one is the cost, that the second one is the priority, the third one is the gateway IP, and the last is the interface member. Our best options there are the gateway IP because that is something particular of the device that you can use and will help you. And I know that the FortiManager will let you put that information there. And the next one is the interface member. As I told you, that is something that you put per device. So I choose the letter C and the letter D. And as you can see, it was the correct answers. So the next one is about interface settings. We have a picture there, and our question says, based on the exhibit, which two actions does the 48 perform on traffic passing through the port 2? We have to choose two. And as we see in the picture, we have a basic configuration that on the port 2, IP address, allow access, pin, the goal is the one, and we have this new command that we didn't see before. So let's take a look on the options. The A, 48 perform routing lookup for new sessions only after a route change. As you can see, the command is about preserve session route. So if you make a logic, the this command doesn't want the FortiGate to make a change on the session if you don't make a change. For example, FortiGate performs routing lookup for new session only after a route change. So the old sessions will remain with the same routing information, but the new will remain with the change. That command is appropriate for the voice. For me, this one is correct. FortiGate always block all traffic after a route change. No, that is not correct. That command is not trying to make us to make that thing about blocking the traffic or something about blocking route change. The next one is FortiGate does not change the routing information on existing session that use a valid gateway after a route change. Yes, this one is correct because as I told you, it only wants to make the change for the new sessions, and this one is correct. So the next one is FortiGate flushes all routing information from the session table after a route change. No, the FortiGate only make the change for the new sessions and the old remains the same. So our answer are the letter A and letter C. Troubleshooting. We have this picture there, and it says which conclusion about the packet debug flow output is correct. Let's see the picture. We have communication that is from that IP address to that IP address, this port 3. Um, it says that it found a existing session, and it make a match with a shaper, and the message that it gave us is the shaper was exceeded and the packet was dropped. So we have four options. The first one is the original traffic exceeded the maximum bandwidth of the outgoing interface and the packet was dropped. This one doesn't make sense because the message says that the problem is with the shaper, not with the bandwidth of the outgoing interface. So I discard this one. The original traffic exceeds the maximum packet per second of the outgoing interface and the packet was dropped. This one doesn't talk about the shaper. So the next one, the reply traffic exceeded the maximum bandwidth configured in the traffic shaper and the packet was dropped. So this one has one thing and is talking about the reply traffic. So in this case, the shaper doesn't doesn't take a consideration about the reply traffic or the beginning traffic. That is the all flush. So the next one is the original traffic exceeded the maximum bandwidth configured in the traffic shaper and the packet was grouped. So this one's makes sense because as you can see, the traffic shaper is mentioned there and it says that the packet was grouped. If we take a look on the message that we receive on the picture, this one says the same. So our answer is the letter D. The next one is about diagnostic. And we can see there which diagnostic command can you use to show the configure SD1 zones and their assigned members. So let's take a look on the FortiGate and let's take a look on these commands. If we see the last command diagnose this SD1 member, these commands show us the members of the interface. If we take a look of the next command, diagnose this SD1 service. This one talk about the members, the internet service that we use, and let's see the other one, diagnosis SD1 interface. These commands doesn't exist. So the next one is diagnosis SD1 sum, and this one show us the sum that we have configured and the members. And let's take a look back on the question. These questions talk about the configure. It want to see the configure SD1 zones and the assigned members. So as we saw before, the command that show us that configuration is the diagnose sys SD1 zone. So this one is the correct answer. And let's take a look. Yes, we are correct. So let's move to the next one. There we have about network interface. We have a picture, and the question says which are two expected behaviors of the traffic that match the traffic shaper. We have to choose two answers. And the picture there is about the shaper that is configured on the firewall. That is the name of the shaper. We have a parameter that is the maximum bandwidth, and is this one, and we got a maximum concurrent session. So let's see the options that we have. The number of simultaneous connection among all source IP address cannot exceed the 5 connections. This one is wrong because it talks about all the source IP address cannot exceed the 5 connection, and this configuration is about the concurrent session is for each IP address. So this one is not correct. That is something that is like this because it's a Fortinet concept about shapers. And the letter B, the number of simultaneous connection allowed for each source IP address cannot exceed 5 connection. Yes, this one's refers about the concept that I told you before. And the next one, the traffic shaper limits the combined bandwidth of the all the connection to a maximum of 5 megabit. So as we saw there, our maximum bandwidth is not 5 megabit. So this one is not correct. And the next one says the traffic shaper limits the bandwidth of each source IP address, as I told you, to a maximum of 625 kilobit per second. So B and D are our answers. So let's move to the next one. We have about VPN management, and it says which two tasks are part of central VPN management. The first one says FortiManager install VPN settings on both managed and external gateway. You can configure full mesh, star, and dial-up VPN topologies. You must enable VPN zones for SD1 deployments, and you configure VPN communities to define common IP settings shared by all VPN gateways. This one, FortiManager install VPN settings on both managed and external gateway. No, this one I know this one is correct because if you go to FortiManager configuration, you will see that you have a full mesh, star, and dial-up options to configure a VPN topology. Um, Letter C, you must enable VPN zones for SD1 deployment. No, you don't have to configure specifically a VPN zone to make a SD1 deployment. So this one is not correct. And the letter D, you can configure VPN communities to define common IP settings shared by all VPN gateways. And this one is correct because the purpose of VPN management is to apply all these configurations and in one group and put all this configuration to a different device. So our options or answer are letter B and letter D. And the next one, local traffic, as we can see there, which two statements are true about using SD1 steer local out traffic? Okay, on this one, we have to take a look this concept about FortiGate. By default, local out traffic doesn't use SD1. That is the first thing. And we have to enable SD1 for each service. If we take a look on our answer or options, the first one is you must configure each local out feature individually to use SD1. This one is correct. As you saw in the picture, this is part of the concept. So the next one is by default, the local out traffic does not use SD1. As you saw there in the picture, this one is about the concept too. So our letter A and letter B are our answer, but let's see the other one. By default, the FortiGate does not check if the selected member has a valid route to the destination. That is wrong. The FortiGate check it. And the next one, the FortiGate does not consider the source IP address of the packet when matching an SD1 rule for local out traffic. No, no. This one is not correct. The FortiGate doesn't make that check about the packet. So our answer are letter A and letter B. So if we take a look, yes, we were correct. Nice. So that is all for today, and thank you all for attending today's class at 591 Lab. We hope you found the material informative and helpful. Remember, practice is critical to mastering any new skill, so review the course content and keep practicing with 591 Lab help and support. If you have any questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to contact us. We appreciate your participation and look forward to seeing you in our future classes. Have a great day.